in Milton, Georgia, where just about 30 minutes ago, the police have recovered the body of the late rapper DJ Young Slade, who is the son of Lil Jon, the rapper.
A quiet morning. No phone, no shoes, no explanation. A 27-year-old man walks out of his home and vanishes into the dark. At first, it was reported as confusion, then concern. Now, something much heavier. Because when you line up the timeline, the family's words, and the details people overlooked, this story stops feeling accidental and starts feeling deeply unsettling. A few days ago, news hit Atlanta that no parent ever wants to hear. Nathan Smith, known professionally as DJ Young Slade, son of Grammy-winning rapper and producer Lil Jon, was found dead. But the shock wasn't just that he passed, it was the circumstances, the timeline, and the haunting signs leading up to it that had the city and the music world reeling.
In Milton, Georgia, where just about 30 minutes ago, the police have recovered the body of the late rapper DJ Young Slade, who is the son of Lil Jon, the rapper. And this is very disturbing for the family as well as the hip hop community, because Lil Jon, as well as all the contributions he's made in the culture of hip hop, this is so sad. This is a very sad day. And according to the people I spoke with, he left his home around 5 a.m. in the morning, and apparently he made his way to the lake. We don't know if he slipped in the lake, but on Saturday was a lot of ice out here, and that's what people believe they may have slipped in the lake. I'm Dennis Byron, reporting live here in Milton, Georgia.
Nathan, 27, disappeared from Milton, Georgia home early on the morning of February 3rd. Around 6 a.m., he walked barefoot, without a phone, without any personal belongings, vanishing into the quiet streets near Baldwin Drive in Mayfield Road. Police initially issued a missing person alert, warning that he might be disoriented and in need of help. Friends and family feared for his safety, but the way the statement was phrased, the request for privacy, the subtle hints, it felt like they already feared the worst.
Breaking news, guys. Breaking news, man. Lil Jon's son is missing. I got the news from my girl, Reality TV, who is from Georgia.
Over the following days, authorities conducted extensive searches, expanding to nearby Mayfield Park and a pond close to Nathan's residence. February 6th, divers from the Cherokee County Fire Department recovered a body from that pond. Police now believe it to be Nathan. Official confirmation from the Fulton County Medical Examiner is pending, but the investigation remains open. Milton police say there's no evidence of foul play, but the tragedy is undeniable. Chilling footage has also surfaced in the wake of this news. In interviews recorded months earlier, Nathan spoke about his father not as the global icon Lil Jon, but simply as Dad, the man who drinks tea, watches movies, and quietly shaped his childhood. Seeing those clips now, juxtaposed against the missing person and the ultimate recovery, is haunting. It's the stark contrast of innocence and fate, a young man caught between public expectation and private struggle.
I mean, you nailed it when you said that nobody can hype up people like Lil Jon.
For sure.
Like the voice of just like, you know, it's about to go down when you hear some of his stuff.
Yeah.
What was it like for you to call that man Dad?
Man, I didn't see my dad perform like some of the biggest stages like I could ever imagine. And I've been on stage with him on some of those. But yeah, I don't know, it was funny. As a little kid, I was always like, not mocking him, but like I was trying to do the You know, I had a little high-pitched voice. It was pretty funny. But yeah, I don't know. It was always mad fun because like the Dave Chappelle skit, my dad's just like that. He'd be drinking tea. We'd be watching movies. Like it's real chill at home. So it was always funny to see everybody else's perspective and then like go home and he's just Dad.
Nathan wasn't just a famous rapper's son. He built his own career methodically. From toddler vocals on Lil Jon and the East Side Boys' early tracks to producing beats in high school, training at Scratch DJ Academy, attending NYU, and eventually releasing music as DJ Young Slade, he carved his own path. He collaborated with his father on Total Meditation, contributed to upcoming albums, performed at festivals, appeared on MTV's Family Legacy, and even played on Celebrity Family Feud. By every measure, he was a young man building a legacy of his own, but internally, he was struggling. His family's request for privacy now resonates differently. The language they used suggested an awareness of his mental state, his history with substances, and a fragility that may have been overlooked by the public. This isn't speculation, it's pattern recognition, drawn from the words and context of the family's statements. No one forced Nathan's hand. Death, in this case, seems to have been a quiet escape from struggles too heavy to bear.
Lil Jon is dealing with a scary situation right now, TMZ said. His son, DJ Young Slade, has been reported missing in Georgia. The same thing, the Milton Police Department put out a missing persons alert Tuesday saying 28-year-old Slade, legal name Nathan Murray Smith, ran out of his home on foot and hasn't been seen since. And he doesn't have a phone. He may be disoriented and he could be in need of help.
To understand the gravity, consider the history of hip-hop and its children. Time and again, the offspring of famous artists have become collateral damage, whether through public feuds, social media attacks, or real-world violence. From Drake and Kendrick to Eminem and Ja Rule, past incidents reveal a dark pattern. The children of rappers carry inherited risk simply by existing. Nathan had no known enemies, no public beefs, but the shadow of expectation, rivalry, and the culture of scrutiny still hung over him. Adding layers to this tragedy is the family complexity. Lil Jon and Nathan's mother, Nicole Smith, are estranged, but Nathan maintained a close relationship with his father. Together, they worked on music, appeared on television, and shared moments that now feel painfully ephemeral. The media coverage, NBC, BET, People, TMZ, spread the story nationally, highlighting the bond between father and son, while also emphasizing the chilling vulnerability of a young man lost without a trace.
That's sad. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. You know, that's your child.
Yeah,
and
your
even when you
baby.
see the pictures that Lil Jon is posting, him laying in the, in the bed with his son laying on his
Yes.
chest.
He was a child, yeah.
And I wonder if, when you hear like terrible news like that, like, the young man went running out the house and he goes missing. Do you just think do you prepare yourself for the worst already?
Yeah.
You hope for the best,
I mean,
right?
you have to.
But do you prepare yourself for the worst as well?
I would
So when
say
the
you
worst
have to.
happens, that's why
Yeah.
you're ready to say something because you're already prepared for it.
I guess
Yeah.
people handle things differently. I think I'd be optimistic and hope that it all comes out good, no matter what happens, right? You know what I mean?
It's impossible to ignore the haunting details. Barefoot, no phone, disoriented, walking out alone into early morning darkness. Every piece of the story paints a picture of vulnerability, amplified by a life lived partially in the public eye. While no foul play has been found, and authorities treat this as a mental health and welfare case, the raw reality is devastating. A young life, talented, promising, and full of potential, is gone. For Lil Jon, the past 2 years had been a personal rebirth, focused on health, fitness, family, and wellness. He publicly transformed his lifestyle after past struggles with alcohol and health issues. He invested in his children, celebrated Nathan's career milestones, and embraced fatherhood with visible pride. And now he faces the unimaginable, burying his son. No parent should endure this. We can reflect on patterns, context, and history, but the truth is stark and chilling. Nathan Smith, DJ Young Slade, walked out one February morning and never came back. His death leaves grief in its wake, questions unanswered, in a family mourning a loss no words can soften. The footage, the interviews, the legacy, they all become darker in hindsight, revealing the quiet tragedy behind a public life. Prayers go out to Lil Jon and the family. No parent should ever have to face this reality. And as we witness the story unfold, it's a stark reminder: fame, legacy, and talent cannot shield anyone from the fragility of life. The world may know the name, but only the family knows the silence.